Hello everyone, today we're diving into the brand new LEGO Star Wars 2026 leaks, and we're not just looking at what's cool, we're breaking down which rumored sets could become seriously smart investments. Because here's the real question, which of these could turn into the next big money makers in the LEGO Star Wars world? First on our list is 75436 Mandalorian and Grogu Speeder. 58 pieces and 10 euros, and probably 2 minifigs thrown in there. But why? Well, I am stumped. I have no idea why LEGO would want a $10 set out on the market and why they made this a speeder, not a microfighter or a mech, which are the only two other set kinds that make kinda sense at this price point. There are reports that the Mandalorian minifig is the one from UCS Razor Crest, which is trailing right now at 46 euros. If this would be true, to be completely honest, I do like LEGO populating the more expensive minifigs with affordable sets, but special minifigs is one of the appeals of expensive sets, so we'll see how this goes in the future. Now, if we'd rate this set, this is how we would do. Obviously, it will get a lot of stars for price, since the minifigs alone would be worth more than the set price. Both of the minifigs would not be exclusive at this point, and this would be the first set of its kind. Being a small build, it would be a small appeal rating, but the release like this is pretty cool. I would dare say this would be the best Mandalorian release for kids and casual LEGO collectors. Lastly, this would be unique and not likely to be remade anytime soon due to the specific size and minifigs involved. All in all, a value rating of 446, meaning a good set. Obviously, if the Mandalorian minifig is going to stay at around 20 euros, this would be a must-have, but you have to keep in mind that tens of thousands will be bought and hoarded due to the small price and accessibility. Next is 75437 Cobb Vanth Speeder at 207 pieces and 35 euros. Cobb would be a new unique minifig exclusive to this set, while CAD would either be a new version or an old version. Either way, CAD is an easy 30 euro minifig in its latest iteration, so obviously this one would inherit that same price range, making this set an auto buy for any bounty hunter collector and would-be investor. Given the latest Cat Bane minifig wasn't a justifier, which arguably was a big, expensive and bad build, this is again LEGO making a rare minifig available to the masses via a reasonably priced set. If I would evaluate this set, it would go something like this. Obviously, big price rating due to the minifig price. 100% chance Cobb and Cat together would be worth more than the set price. I would consider both minifigs to be exclusive. We know Cobb is for sure, but I am basing this on the fact that the leaks show a new hat for Cat Bane, and that would make it a new minifig as well. This would be the first set ever released for Cobb Speeder, and I don't think this would be exclusive. Same low appeal for a low build, and I guess we could ramp the coolness a bit due to two factors. One is obviously Cat Bane, and the second is that I just love Cobb. So 2 stars for coolness instead of 1, because this is from a side series with non-important characters. Lastly, this set is certainly unique. I don't see LEGO releasing another Cobb Speeder in the next 10 to 15 years. That would give us a value rating of 535, which is pretty good on the lower side of the good sets, almost to the excellent. If both minifigs would be exclusive for sure, then I could see this being a 20% off auto buy whenever you see it. Next is 75448 Shock Trooper Mech at 151 pieces and 16 euros. Oh boy, mech time. I do not like mechs for obvious reasons. They are not canon sets at all. They are made so that LEGO can drop the Microfighter series and still have a kid-friendly release outside of the 4+ sets. Certain people are speculating this will not be a Shock Trooper, but actually Commander Fox, which would be quite better, but I would not put it past LEGO to stick a normal Shock Trooper there, especially since we've had the Stormtrooper mech as well. The minifig is not worth that much, barely 6 euros, so price-wise this would rate 2 stars if it's gonna be a normal Shock Trooper, not Commander Fox. It's not an exclusive minifig, but the set would be the first of its kind. And lastly, not an exclusive set by any means, because LEGO wants these 16 euro sets to go everywhere and infect our canon lore with their non-canon nonsense. Appeal is low. These sets can be displayed only if you have the whole collection, and as for coolness, well, coolness is how important the set is for the general Star Wars lore and how excited nerds are for it. And I can't see any nerds being excited about the Shock Trooper mech at all. But it is a unique set, I'll give you that, and that whole shebang adds up to a pitiful 297 value rating. It's not a bad set, but we can't call it good either, it's just meh. Next is 75449 Siege of Mandalore Battlepack. With 116 pieces and $23, it will have 2 332nd Troopers and 2 Mandalorian Super Commandos. By the way, LEGO, there's simply no reason to have a 332nd Troopers Battle Pack again. We've just had one, insert meme with Lord of the Rings here. Ah, but you've not had Mandalorian Super Commandos, they will say. Well, not sure I want them. There's plenty of Mandalorians out there, and by the way, all the feedback about these guys within the leaks show that they are not done properly and they are not sticking to the correct colors for them. Anyway, let's do the evaluation. Minifigs would be worth around 19 euros probably, so at least you're getting your money's worth there, as the price per piece would be 3 cents. I expect the new Mandalorian Super Commandos to be exclusive, and I also cannot say this is the first set of its kind because we've had 332nd Troopers before, so only 2 stars here. Not exclusive for sure, and the appeal for a 116 piece set is probably 0. Maybe you can build a wall like in the other Super Commando Battle Pack. Coolness, 1 star, and that's partly because 332nd Troopers and Mandalorians are pretty cool, both of them. Uniqueness, 2 stars, as this is a combination of battle packs. Total value rating 266, another mech set. My guess is that they are doing this because in the new Ahsoka series we will have a memory moment where we will see fights between these two. Next is 75452. We have a BB-8, but don't we have one already? 569 pieces, 90 euros. First of all, that price per piece is horrendous. $90 or euros for 569 pieces is bad. A certain kind of laugh in your face as you'll still buy it bad. Second of all, opinions are that this is a rebuild BB-8 from Season 2 of Rebuild the Galaxy, and given that we've already had a BB-8 release a while ago, I think that might be correct. The major question that we have to ask is how many minifigs will be in this set? If they are going to include a new BB-8 exclusive minifig, which I think they will, what with how expensive this set is, and maybe a second one from the Season 2 story, then it's not as bad. But if they include an old BB-8 and that's it, it's really a slap in the face. Evaluating this as the logical thing for LEGO to do is risky because I'm not sure if they will do it, but here goes. Let's say they include a new BB-8 minifig exclusive, which will be worth 10 euros. This still means the price per piece will be 14 cents, earning a -2 stars. The set would be the first and probably only set of its kind with the new BB-8 look, and I don't think it would be exclusive. Maybe 1 star as appeal, maybe. Are there really collectors that like to display droids in their shelves? I always say that cannon ships and vehicles are the best to display. As for coolness, 1 star because it's BB-8, and even that is a stretch because not sure how many collectors are watching Rebuild the Galaxy. Unique set for sure, and that gives us a value rating of 240, which is again a very meh category. Next is 75441, the Venator, 643 pieces for $80. Yay, another Midi-Scale ship. A Venator is a welcome addition to the Midi-Scale spaceship program and a worthy opponent to the Invisible Hand for sure. There's not much to say, this is a good set to have and most people will probably want this, so without further ado, let's evaluate it. Very bad price per piece, and we know Midi-Scale ships don't have minifigs, so there's nothing that can change the fact that this is overpriced at 12 cents a piece. No minifigs in the set, but this is the first time a Venator has been done in Midi-Scale. The set will probably not be exclusive, I don't think any ships in this line are. It will look great for sure, especially next to the others, and it's going to be an amazingly cool item to have and display. Lastly, it's going to be a unique release for sure. Sadly, only 425 value rating. It's a good set and it will be looked after, but the price per piece will limit a lot the purchases. I mean, think about it this way, pure big sets like this one with no minifigs do have a ceiling where they can go maximum, and that is the piece value. You can't sell a set for $150 if the bricks to build this ship can be bought for $100. Unless it's a gift, unless someone wants this to display, boxed in this collection, etc. But any would-be collector is going to look at the price piece and say, hey, I'm not gonna buy it for $200 from scalpers, but I'm gonna build it myself from pieces that are worth maybe $100, $120. Next is 75440 Hoth AT-AT. 525 pieces and a confirmed price of 60 euros. Okay, so this is a nice surprise. LEGO might just launch into midi-scale vehicles based solely on this set. And if they are, then they chose to do it with probably the safest release ever, an AT-AT. We don't know anything about the set. Maybe it will be a diorama with a Hoth base like the Star Wars dioramas. Maybe it truly is a midi-scale vehicle line. How big it will be? No idea. If it will be a midi-scale release, then for sure it will not have any minifigs. If it will be a diorama, it might have one minifig. The reason I believe this will not be a diorama is the price point. No dioramas have been released under 80 euros except Death Star Trench Run at 70 euros, and I don't expect them to do one for 60. So quickly going to the valuation categories, we have bad price per piece at 11 cents. No minifigs, but the first of its kind release. Probably not gonna be exclusive, although it would be a good contender for exclusivity. However, appeal and coolness at max, because a well-made AT-AT has always been a major hit with the fans. Lastly, quite a unique set if it's going to be a midi-scale vehicle. But that only gives us 456 value rating on account of the price and no minifigs. Same as the other midi-scale releases, even if they are very good ships. They are good collector-wise and they can see value, but they suffer from lack of scaling, which is provided by rare minifigs to most of the sets. Lastly, 75443 4+ set Grogu's Homestead, 107 pieces, 20 euros. For the first time, LEGO releases a decent 20 euro set, not the vastly overpriced Crimson Hawk at 47 euros or Tino Jedi Temple at 43 euros. Should we hope that they learn their lessons? Well, we shall see. This set is going to be the worst for LEGO investing from this list by far. Let me exemplify. At 14 cents per piece, and that's assuming they will include a Grogu minifig worth around 5 euros, it gets no bonus stars on price. The minifig will not be exclusive, however it would be the first 4+ set relating to the Mandalorian. It's not gonna be exclusive for sure, because LEGO wants parents to buy this for their kids. At 107 pieces with bigger pieces due to its 4+ range, it will not have any appeal, and as for coolness, it will not be relevant to the lore at all. Yes, it will be a unique set, but that's it. And that means a value rating of 180, which means bad. Avoid it at all costs. Maybe 50-60% discount to buy it, maybe, I don't know. Okay. We've gone through all the sets, here's how we stand. Some are simply bad, most are mech, but with potential for good sales after a longish period of safekeeping somewhere dry without sunlight and with fresh air to prevent molding. There's no excellent or legendary sets here, but we do have a few good sets. The collector sets are good depending on the discount that you'll be getting, while the more traditional minifigure including sets can be more lenient with the discount you want, simply because you're looking at sets that will probably have expensive minifigs that can cover most of the cost of the set themselves. Whatever you do, never forget rule number 1, always buy sets at a discount so that you can preserve your stellar advantage, and also don't forget rule number 2. Never buy sets for investing unless they are retiring that same year. Otherwise, you're simply pushing money up into an investment that won't grow for at least 1-2 years until the sets retire. I hope this helped you guys, and it was really fun for me to do this video. It's all speculation, of course, but it helps to get an early start on potential future purchases. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to show us you want more. And if you don't want more, leave a comment telling me how bad I am at this and how I suck. Happy hunting!